going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Fitz the King. Yes, I'm in a different location. I'm in beautiful Arizona. First of all, we got a lot to talk about, so I'm not going to waste too much time, but I want to set the scene up for a second. Came out here to visit my pops. Uh, Tucson is such a beautiful place. Like, Arizona is a beautiful place. He was stationed out here years ago. He stayed out here, so I'm just out here visiting him. Then we're going to head to Hawaii. Just, family vibes, but I'm always going to cover the game. I'm always going to give my thoughts on Cowboys football and what a start to the preseason. So much to talk about. Even on vacation, y'all, I'm gonna do the homework. I'm gonna take notes. We're gonna talk about it. And I got about 6 players who just stood out, and I'm actually going to rank them. Now, before I do that, let's actually talk about the game and the flow and kind of like what happened. Um, Early on, one of the things that I saw was that this defense playing against the Jaguars ones is really good. I mean, had it not been for a now listen, now check this out. Had it not been for a Turpin fumble, you pretty much held a Doug Peterson led offense with Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine. They called him the greatest quarterback. They were calling Trevor Lawrence one of the better quarterback prospects, probably the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck, and you just stymied him. You did, and then get short field, the offense gets rolling, Christian Kirk gets the touchdown, cool. But I saw so many good things, and then the flow in the middle to intermediate middle third quarter with the offensive line play was okay, so that kind of stymied things at times. But then when I get to some of these players, we'll talk about plays that were made. I don't really, because of the first preseason game, like even Will Greer's pick late, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm mad at Will Greer for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is his old line. There were times where you could just see that he wasn't comfortable, and that's because the O line was like Josh Ball. I'm just done. I'm done. There were times he was beat inside. He's just not an NFL player to me, so I'm done with Ball. But there were also times where it's like he had Jalen Brooks, and he kind of just rushed the ball out. So the pick, you could blame some of that on maybe pressing, but it is what it is. I thought that he did have some good throws. He had one of Jalen Tolbert that we'll talk about. And then I thought there were times where he could have stepped up in the pocket. He's kind of fading away. You don't want to do those types of things, Will Greer. But he has some good film, and they got some things they could build on. And that's what you want in preseason is preseason. But what I'm going to do is take the good from preseason. So I do want to talk about 5 names. Actually, I got 6 names and a few possibles. Y'all throwing the possibles. Y'all get in the chat box and let me know the possibles. But I got a few possibles. So number 1, and this is a ranking system, DeMarvion Overshown. I fought with people. I told people. I said, listen, how he's going to be used, and no highlights, no film. I let all the gurus do the film. This is just Foots' eyes. I'm gonna go back and watch the game, and there may be some things. Some like I don't like to do the hot topics. I may do some underlying things that I saw. Like even on Deuce's touchdown, you saw Schoonmaker with a big block. Maybe people didn't catch that, but I did. But for me, with Overshown, it's the way that he played sure of himself. That's how you fill a gap at the NFL level at linebacker. One thing about linebackers is you can't fake physicality. That was one of the issues that I had with Jabril Cox. And he didn't actually play bad today. But with Jabril Cox, I'm kind of like, does he want to be physical? With Overshown, Tank Bisbee, nice to meet you. Like, that's how you have to fill gaps in the NFL. The other thing that I saw with Overshown, this is why he's ranked number 1, even over Deuce Vaughn, who I guess I'll give it away. He'll be ranked number 2. Overshown looks like he can run and move better than probably every backer on this team, like right now. And that's why it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. He's literally a bigger version of J-Ron Curse, probably a little bit more physical than J-Ron Curse. And so in this defense where there'll be 2 gapping and you'll have times where Hankins and Mozzie will be on the field. And Mozzie played a lot of reps, and I know why that was done. And some were good, some were bad, but I know that probably was a lot to do with conditioning just to get him in playing shape. But if he can just run and fill gaps like he was able to, you're going to have to play this guy. You're just going to have to play him. So Overshown is one of my guys. Number 2, Deuce Vaughn. The first time that he ripped off the big run, I said, okay, let's overreact. Maybe he's running back 2. The second time, I'm like, okay, now this is no overreaction. And one thing that I will say is Rico Dowdle on film has more juice. Like, it's noticeable. Rico Dowdle, is the rain coming? Oh no, don't do that to me. Monsoon weather. Hold off. Hold off. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go on the port. Rico Dowdle. Now, I'm gonna give this to y'all in the rain. Rico Dowdle has more juice than Malik Davis. He does. But Deuce Vaughn might have more juice than everybody on his team than Tony Pollard. Like, after that second run, I'm like, nah, there's something to this. And I said the only thing that I want to see is him take a tackle and pop up. He took tackles, and he also he delivers blows at times, y'all. He does. Let me get this phone out of this rain. All right, family. No matter what, rain and all, we gonna get the shot. Like I said, Deuce Vaughn, man, he's more physical than I think that people will give him credit for. And the truth is, he's hard to find. He's quick. If you don't break down as a tackler, if you don't run your feet, he's gonna put you on TV. The catch, you see him climb the ladder. You're just happy for the kid because even on the sideline, you see how calm he is. It's just football to him, man. So he's number two. Number three, Jalen Tolbert. I just think that it was a big confidence booster. Not only the touchdown pass, but the one they called offensive PI. This is what you saw from him at South Alabama. He goes up, he can catch the ball, he's fast. An underrated thing on that touchdown was the route. He kind of stymied it outside. It was a scissor concept, but he didn't give it away too early to draw that safety's eyes. So it's just little things like that. You saw him do that at South Alabama. And another thing is, this is what I've said consistently about Jalen Tolbert. If Tolbert can be consistently in grass, because Cooks and CeeDee Lamb are going to take the attention. I think that there's a possibility that eventually he can walk down Michael Gallup because he's more explosive than Michael Gallup. I really believe that. So that'll be something to watch, guys. Number 4, Damone Clark. Now, originally, I had Overshown taking reps from Damone Clark. Now, dude, you're going to have all of these guys on the field. What does that mean for Curse in the long run? I don't know if Dallas – I think they have Curse in their plans in the long run. We just don't know. But I will say that Overshown's going to be on the field. Clark is going to be on the field. He showed some nice things today. I charted him at like 4 tackles. He was all over the field. I just think this is going to be a nice linebacker tandem. But Clark is definitely one who gets written down on this list. He's ranked 4 for me. Number 5, Jake Ferguson. For anybody who was worried about Dalton Schultz, who I was high on from day one. Anybody who was worried about losing him, I'm not happy that we lost him, but I think that Jake Ferguson showed tonight why he is going to be tight end 1. There will be no debate about it. Schoonmaker will come along, and in those 2 tight end sets, even 3 tight end sets, you'll be able to use all of them. But Ferguson is tight end 1, and we can end that debate. And then number 6 is Rico Dowdle. You have 3 good running backs on this team. Rico Dowdle, like I said, the way the O-line was blocking, it was few and far between where you were going to have reps where running backs were untouched. So you had to make something happen. And Rico Dowdle was able to make something happen. He just had juice. There goes that Arizona monsoon weather. But it's cool. Like, I like this vibe. This is me. I may come out here and write a song a little bit later. But, and actually, you know what? They need the rain. It cools things down out here. So, Rico Dowdle, to me, I doubted Rico Dowdle. And now I don't anymore. I think he has the juice. If he can stay healthy, I think that rotation between him, Vaughn, and Tony Pollard, because Tony Pollard is going to stay at his touches. Like, no matter what, Tony Pollard is going to stay between 14 to 18 runs because you need Tony Pollard in the NFC championship games. You need him in the playoffs. Like, that's when you need his playmaking ability. But Dowdle and Vaughn, I think those are your 2 backs behind him that you say, I want to get those 2 going and see what they can do. Vaughn showed that he can catch the ball in space. I think he had like 3 catches. So, and Dowdle showed that he could run between the tackles hard, and he just has more juice than Davis, and he's bigger than Davis. So, it's still 4 games to be played, 3 games, whatever, however many amount of games is left to be played. But you just kind of know what you know, especially the deep dives that we do on this team. So, those are kind of my thoughts. They didn't win the game, and I don't care. I don't care if they go 0-0 in the preseason. As long as I see what I need to see, I'm good. It's your boy Foots. Let me jump inside. I'm going to try not to get wet. I want to keep this one quick because I got another video coming at you all. This offseason has been amazing. We've gotten a lot of work done, y'all. Even on vacation, I'm still grinding. Listen, my biggest takeaway from this game is the Dallas Cowboys are extremely talented. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Peace. Stay dry if you're in Arizona.